Questlines have fundamentally changed the way many players engage with Hunt Showdown, especially during events. I know there is some event fatigue since we have had the Serpent Moon event, followed by the Twitch drops, followed by the Halloween event. That's a lot of grinding, but I feel like the proximity of those events has sullied what has proven to be a really cool idea. And the devs have already stated there is a larger winter event coming before the end of the year. Subscribe for future coverage of that. So I just wanted to get my feedback out there, dissect why I like the quest lines, recommend some changes, and hopefully spur some improvements for better quest lines in the future. Also, you might notice a little jank in the gameplay in the background. I'm testing a laptop for my holiday travel plans, so I can keep making videos. I'm just gonna need to get a better mouse. So, the thing I appreciate most about the quest lines is that they change the loadouts we see in active rotation. Finally, it isn't Labelle or Mosin uppercut combos, and is instead Centennial Poison Ammo and Springfield Compact with Dum Dum. There's now incentive to play other weapons that aren't just the thing, most likely to raise your KD by 0.01 in the next hour of play. Sure, some people don't really enjoy the carrot and stick incentive, but at least those people can just opt out of participating. I have stated that I play random trios a lot, and I have seen some absolutely dumb loadouts done for the sake of quests, and I kind of enjoy seeing those pop up. Another nice thing, especially with the Halloween questline, is that it wasn't just go around the map and break pumpkins for 3 weeks. There was variation and chapters along the way that helped break up the monotony of the thing. Actually, it wasn't even monotony with the Halloween event. I enjoyed those quests when I had them. It was just the fatigue of too many events back to back. So hopefully we have a little bit of a break before we jump back on that event grind. I enjoy the festive events, and I'm looking forward to whatever that winter event is going to be, but I'm hopeful that it won't be just find and break the thing. I think the snake altars of the Serpent Moon event are a good example of how Crytek can shake up the gameplay loop by incentivizing players to do more than just farm event points, and perhaps the questlines can play some role in that. Regardless though, I am happy to see there is some variation, especially for quests that ask you to break stuff. In my opinion, the positives far outweigh the negatives for questlines, but we should talk about some of the negatives. So to start, the random skins given in place of the skins you already own can be a pretty mixed bag. I honestly couldn't tell you a single random skin I got from the Halloween event because 1, I was trying to resolve some mommy issues and race toward that final act, and 2, meh. I mean, look, there are some really great skins in Hunt Showdown, but there are also skins for weapons I just don't use or care about. To be fair, that is just the nature of events. Players won't care about every reward, and who does care about whichever chapter unlock just comes down to the individual. But as someone who already had most of the Halloween skins, I did feel like I was chasing that one particular ending skin, which I'm okay with that, but maybe players could get redeemable coupons for skins of their choosing from a selection instead of just one random one. If I remember correctly, the random skins for the Halloween event were from a predetermined pool, so just give players some agency in picking from that pool. That could be a way to reward veteran players for already being around to finish those previous events and still make it an interesting and worthwhile experience. Another thing I want to talk about is the time constraint. We have had 2 types of quest lines now, one for Billy's story, which once you unlocked it in the Twitch drops, you can take however long you want. Spoiler alert, I still haven't finished that one. And then we had the Halloween questline where you had to progress through all 6 acts in like 2 weeks or whatever the exact day was. I'm not going to say I prefer one over the other, but I hope Crytek has the data to show that different questline constraints can be used for different types of events, as we have seen. Obviously, a holiday-themed event has to stop at the end of the holiday, but I'm hopeful that we will see more non-time constrained questlines in the future that people can go through at their own pace, and maybe I will be done with Billy's story by then. Also, a non-time constrained questline just sounds like the summons, but I would say when a questline is active, I don't even open the summons tab anymore because tracking 5 missions is just too much for my tiny gamer brain. That being said, I've never been much of a completionist, so there may be a section of the community that enjoys grinding through all these missions together. I've also seen some people complain about some of the quests not tracking properly. I personally never encountered that problem, but I have hit a few of the various reload bugs that are floating around, and so unfortunately any sort of festivities we are trying to do here is going to be undercut by any recurring bugs that prevent you from finishing your quest. But is saying fix the bugs really feedback? I don't know. What I do know is the devs are working on it, so I'll just end this section by saying, we are rooting for you. Okay, that's my feedback on the Questlines. They are a surprising and welcome addition for players like me who get bored of the same old, same old. I am loving seeing more of the wacky loadouts and even getting some interesting results with my own mixed and matched weapons. All the signs point to a large event coming in December, so hopefully the devs have had time to take on everyone's feedback, but let me know what you think about the Questlines below, and until the next video, goodbye.